It's time to dive beneath the surface and into the minds and hearts of your favorite celebrities and pop culture icons. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Knoll. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the interviews from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. But for those of you who do know me, you know that that's not why we're always here, right? Actually, guys, tonight's one of those nights. We're here to recap the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills reunion part 2. But before we do, and wow, what a reunion. You guys know how this works. Make sure you like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel, wherever that button is. That way you don't miss any of our future interviews or pop culture content. Guys, Kyle must answer for her attitude. Teddy reflects on parenthood, and Denise comes under fire for the Brandi allegations. Holy cow. Like I said, what an episode. So Andy actually asked Kyle, did you feel attacked this season? And she said that, yeah, I did feel attacked. She said that she felt attacked the whole time and that she felt like the women weren't being honest. Kyle goes on to talk about Teddy's kind of retreat and how Dorit showed up late, how it took her forever to get there. And then she showed up in her Barbie glam look. Pretty much at this point, Dorit's like, that's none of your business. I have kids, I have responsibilities, and I'll show up whenever I want. So don't attack me for that. But then Kyle's like, you guys kind of attacked me. And then Kyle made a point, though. I do have to say this, and you guys are going to be like, Adam, you always take the wrong side. And you guys come after me for this, but that's fine. Kyle's point was Dorit did kind of drag her businesses a little bit. And sure, she also helped her. But when we went into the confessionals and Dorit was talking about how Kyle doesn't really know how to manage her fashion show or really what's going on, and thank God Dorit swooped in to save the day, Kyle took offense to that. She was like, hey, I thought you were being my friend, and you're sitting here talking behind my back, and you're showing me one thing, but you're doing another thing. So at that point, what is Dorit really going to say? Kyle also points out the fact that she loves all of the women. She has relationships, different relationships with all of the women. And sure, she's definitely closest with Teddy. But back on Dorit's side, I do have to say, when Dorit called out the fact that Kyle screamed across the table, kind of letting her know that her and Erica aren't as close as she thought, Dorit wanted an explanation, and Kyle's explanation was kind of whack. She said that she was just frustrated in the moment, and she just blurted it out. And Dorit pretty much said, that's not a good answer. Dorit looks kind of annoyed herself. She's like, that's not an answer, and that doesn't make it okay. She's right. She's right. Just like it didn't make it okay when Garcelle named Kyle off as being the least welcoming because she was the only name that she could think of. It doesn't make it right, right? Right. But let's move on to Denise and Kyle. So Andy ends up asking Kyle why she thinks that Denise is fake and a ragamuffin, why she calls her a ragamuffin. Kyle just goes on to explain the fact that she feels like Denise has not been the most forthcoming and honest, and the ragamuffin comment just has to do with the fact that she feels like Denise shows up with a little bit of a messy hairdo all the time. And then we move on to Amelia's anxiety, Lisa Rinna's dancing, and Garcelle calling out the whole thing. So obviously we get the flashback that we always get, and Teddy points out the fact that she feels Garcelle shouldn't have had that conversation with Lisa Rinna in front of the group. Newsflash, Teddy, that's exactly what you do. We are watching Housewives. You have the tough, hard-ass questions and conversations in front of the camera with the group. And if you don't have it with the group in front of the camera, you're going to have it in front of the camera without the group in front of the whole world in 6 months. So regardless, I don't think that's the point. Sutton pointed out the fact that Lisa Rinna's dancing is weird. Lisa Rinna agrees too that her dancing is kind of strange, running around the house dancing in a bikini and just whatever, but she likes to do it. Lisa Rinna owns it. She says, she likes the attention. She does things for attention, and she does these kind of crazy out there things, and she's not going to stop. That's who she is. Rinna pretty much states that she would never do anything to hurt her daughters. She just loves to push the boundaries. And I think that's fair. I don't think that she would ever put her daughters in harm's way. Not intentionally. Guys, before I jump into the whole Lisa Rinna ripping into Denise, I do want to say this kind of broke my heart a little bit. So we start talking about Teddy, and Teddy had her new baby, and her new baby needs neurosurgery. Teddy has been going through it. Her parenting, just her mommyhood has just been going through it. So Slate had her finger slammed in the door. The tip came off. Teddy had to pick it up off the ground, put it in a bag, bring her to the hospital, have a surgeon put the finger back on, which they said did a good job. Now she has her new baby that she has to go bring into neurosurgery. So guys, if you're watching this, please let's all say a quick little prayer or something just like positive. Let's send positive vibes towards Teddy and her baby and her whole family, because that's awful. She should be able to enjoy her new baby. She shouldn't have to be going through this. And I know a lot of people go through stuff like this, but it just, positive vibes. We did look back on Teddy's pregnant journey though, and I do have to say, just like Dorit said, she never made excuses. The women really didn't pay any attention to the fact that Teddy was pregnant. From showing up to Erica's office studio thing where she had no food for Teddy, to Teddy biking, out biking everybody, going on the wine trip while she's pregnant. It's one thing after another, and Teddy was always go with the flow. She never made excuses, and she was always down to be a part of it. But I think though, when your head's always on the chopping block and everyone kind of considers you to be one of the more boring housewives, you really do have to go with the flow, because something's got to make you interesting. And I hate to say that, but that's what you guys are saying, so I'm just repeating it. I'm not the bad guy here. Lisa Rinna is. Remember? Garcelle said it. Teddy went on to say that kids are resilient, and that's what she's holding on to. So again, Teddy, we're sending you positive vibes. And now we have to get a little messy. Let's talk about the B, Brandi Glanville. And B stands for Brandi. Get your mind out of the gutter. It's B stands for Brandi. So as we know, and as Andy brings up, Brandi pointed out that Denise said or had a few things to say about the women in the group. That Teddy lives in her father's shadow, that Erica's an ice queen, and that she's having this whole relationship with Brandi Glanville, sexual relationship that none of us know about. Denise goes on to interject and say that Brandi's invited her out multiple times on several different occasions, and that she's denied all of the occasions, that she says that she doesn't want to go hang out with Brandi and she always turns her down. Liar, 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 liar. You are an effing liar. So Lisa Rinna is not letting this one go. She is calling Denise out straight on, straightforward, and she's like, pretty much, you're such a fucking liar, Camille, like that, except it's not Kyle calling Camille a liar. This time it's Lisa Rinna calling Denise a liar. And Lisa Rinna's like coming in hot for her. If there were 20 plus something years of friendship, that went flying out the window this season for sure. Denise isn't letting up though. Denise sticks to her story and says that she's never hooked up with Brandi. She says that she doesn't socialize with Brandi and that she's not really... pretty much that there's no connection. But Rinna continues and she's still going, and she says that this is BS. It's all BS, and it's BS that Brandi's not there to have her part of this conversation. Where Denise is like, it's not BS, and Brandi's not here because she's not a part of the group. She's not a castmate. She doesn't hold a diamond, and she shouldn't be here. Andy ended up explaining that Bravo's heard enough from Brandi, and they decided mutually to not have her on the show. And then, of course, Dorit comes in and says, I'm sticking with Denise until proven otherwise. You're the only one. Well, except for Garcelle. Denise also continues to claim that Brandi has said she slept with several women in the group. And again, when we're all asking who, tell us who, especially after these women have raked your name through the mud, who? Give us some names. And no, she won't tell. She refuses. So now I know what you guys are going to say. You're going to say that she doesn't have a name. You guys are probably going to say that Denise is making all of this up to kind of stray away from what's actually going on here. And that's exactly what Lisa Rinna thinks. Lisa Rinna's like, BS, you're a liar. She didn't say that, but Denise is maintaining her story. Andy did ask Denise, have you talked crap about the women to Brandi? And Denise said, listen, if I've said anything, it's only stuff that I've said to their faces. I haven't said anything to Brandi that I haven't said to these women's faces. And with that being said, Denise kind of ends off by saying, these women are vicious. Will we get to hear from Brandi? I'm assuming so. Apparently she had a one-on-one with Andy, so we're going to find out. Guys, we have the reunion part 3 next week, and tomorrow morning, you guys know how this works. I'm going to be doing breakfast tea with Sherelle on Sherelle's World at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And yeah, I can't wait to see how the rest of this plays out. Wow, these women kind of are vicious. Mean Girls of Beverly Hills, right? I don't know. You guys let me know. Until next time, guys, thank you again so much for watching. If you haven't already, make sure you like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and most importantly, subscribe to my channel, wherever that button is. That way you don't miss any of our future interviews or pop culture content. And guys, also go check out the merch store because we're giving back to anti-bullying, Stomp Out Bullying. It's exciting. We have great stuff. Check it out and see what you think. See you guys next time. Bye, guys.
Thanks for watching Up and Adam.